All right, guys. The point of this video is to help you guys get your digital agency off the ground. This video is going to be for those people that have a basic understanding of digital marketing products. They kind of understand what we're trying to do here. The digital marketing funnel, they kind of get the idea of why someone would invest hundreds or thousands of dollars in digital marketing to generate leads or conversions or whatever the client is going after. They have a basic understanding of AdWords, search ads, pay-per-click, search engine optimization. Why is there value to be on the first page of Google? Those types of things. I'm assuming that you already understand that. I'm not trying to spend the time in this video to try and convince you that digital marketing is what you should want to do. I'm wanting to talk to people that have already been convinced of that, in terms of you want to be a digital marketing consultant or expert, and you're going to build an agency over time. So you also need to sort of have a basic understanding of web development. Not that you need to know how to actually code a website, but you need to kind of get and understand what is a good website, what's a bad website, just general things that you can talk to the client about in your sales meetings. You can't just be a digital marketing expert without not doing any research prior. So you have to have some basic understanding of those types of things. Understand the various Google products. You've got your Google search ads, you've got Google display ads, you've got YouTube, TrueView, Google remarketing. Those are kind of the basics of what Google offers. And what you want to do is build an agency that sort of has a client that pays you X amount of dollars for you to help them determine where they should spend their money. And then in turn, you get to take a management fee and get 50, 60 clients. And that's how you make a living. Because digital marketing is great because the client becomes reliant on you for reporting, but you don't have to be in person to manage that relationship. I've got many, many clients that I've never even met before, but they trust me because of reporting, because of conference calls, and because of all that. So what I'm gonna do is give you the steps to just get your agency off the ground. So, you've already decided that you want to build a digital marketing agency. If that agency, you may have plans to just run it by yourself as a consultant and get 5, 10, 15 key accounts with big budgets and then manage that without staff. Or you may want to go full bore and build a big agency with hundreds of customers and then develop staff and develop a team around that. So I'm going to speak to really both of that. What I'm going to do is try and get you to understand just the steps that you'll need to get your digital marketing agency off the ground. All right. So step one is you're going to need to brand yourself. You're going to need to create a name for yourself and actually, brand. So my brand is Jump Six Marketing. You just go to www.jump6marketing.com and you can see sort of how I did it. We're red and white, Jump Six. I don't want to get into the story of how the name came about because it's not that important right now. But we created Jump Six Marketing and as sort of the brand, developed the name, the color scheme, just the general look and feel of what our brand is going to be. You need to do the same thing yourself. So if I had one piece of advice for you on this part, I would say try to get yourself a blank slate to work with. Jump Six Marketing means nothing to anybody. And so therefore I'm able to be in control of the narrative of what it becomes, in their mind. So it's not like, you know, indigenous, ostrich marketing because you want to stand out or whatever. To me, that stuff is kind of played out a little bit. Just create your brand, whatever it is, and try and stay away from the three-letter acronyms, integrated marketing, solutions, or IMG, or those types of names. To me are just, you have relatively little amount of flexibility to brand around it because it's sort of already, you're stuck with three letters or you're stuck with typography or whatever. Just if, in my opinion, create something that is brand new and that you can be in charge of the narrative, also that the domain name is open to. So Jump Six Marketing obviously wasn't taken on GoDaddy, so we bought it, and that's how we started the brand. All right, so the next thing you need to do when you first start out is you're going to need to understand your core product offering. You're going to have to really get the, you got to start out selling a product. You can't be a digital marketing consultant per se and just, oh, I'm going to take your $2,000 of budget and I'm going to find, where best to spend that. It's really difficult to actually you got to, in the beginning, to be able to start this business, you have to understand what your products are. I'll just kind of share with you my products, and then I'll kind of share with you the journey of where we went through. But basically, I'm going to pull up the one of our first products that we offered with Jump Six Marketing was display advertising. Display advertising is pretty, relatively straightforward. It's basically Google's program that allows you to target contextually individuals on, major websites that are part of the Google Display Network. So, we basically built, what I mean by brand is, you see how this brand is red and gray and whatever. So we came up with these pricing packages to actually sell as one of our products. This is where we started. We didn't actually do much of anything else. So once we developed Jump Six Marketing, one of our products is display advertising. We took this rate card. We developed these prices. You could probably take these prices yourself and mimic them, and they'd be very competitive in whichever market you are in, and wouldn't be too high, wouldn't be too low. This would kind of come in right where you need to be. Another product that we developed early on was search advertising, and that search advertising, let's see, let me pull it up real quick. So once you get, sort of your core advertising program, you want to make sure that this is SEO. So here's our SEO pricing, right? So essentially, we developed out this actual package that clients were then able to sort of sink their teeth into and understand, sort of, here's our pricing tiers, here's what we're doing for all that. I'm not going to go into the details of SEO. I just want you to understand this is what I mean by brand. Create a branded package. So whenever you walk into these sales meetings, you actually have something specific to offer them for them to wrap their heads around. Display ads, search ads, is a great product offering to start with as well, and just take a management fee on search ads. So like here's our search ad pricing. So if you look at search ads, here's our management fee, here's the pricing, so the Google can people that are getting ready to work with you understand, here's your management fee, what they're paying Jump Six, here's the actual spend with Google, and so on and so forth. So once you sort of have these product offerings in a presentation, or at least developed with your brand, notice that my brand is black and red and gray, and it's very consistent across the board. Once you get that core product offering, you need to really learn all that you can about those core product offerings. Okay, it's not enough to actually, just put your rate card together and try and sell. There is so much to read on the internet about your core products, whatever you choose. So, if it's display ads and website development and search ads, that's a good basic starting point, right? There's so much to learn online by just going online, looking at, what other articles are written about, display ads and how to sell it and pricing of it and theory behind it and who's a good target market for it and all these other things. I mean, you could seriously spend 50 hours and not even touch the tip of the iceberg with what you could learn on each product. So once you develop your core product offering, in terms of your pricing structure, then what you're going to want to do is learn all that you can about that product offering so you can actually overcome objections if they come up in sales meetings. You'll need to create a presentation that is not just a package that has pricing, but is more like a sales process, walking through individuals what you are trying to walk them through. So if you're trying to sell display ads, you have a display ad PowerPoint presentation that you kind of walk people through. If you have a search ad, you have a search ad PowerPoint presentation you walk people through. I'm going to do follow-up videos on this channel that are going to walk through the basics of all these different products. And so I'm not going to go through an individual presentation right now. I'll do that later. So the next thing to do, once you have your presentations, you have a basic knowledge, and you have your packages put together, you're going to want to try and set meetings with clients, right? It's really that simple. So In general, the digital marketing world is nothing like anything else. It's a numbers game. The more meetings you take, the more prospects you get, the more proposals you write, the more contracts you'll get. It's that simple. Okay, so I'm going to do another video that's going to be around sort of what you can expect in terms of what it takes to pick up, clients at the pace that you would want to pick up to be successful. But in general, just set meetings. Okay, so just try and block out an hour of your time, get on the phone, get on the networking meetings, do whatever you need to do to go take meetings with prospects that potentially have a marketing budget to want to generate conversions or sales. In general, you can expect to close about 10% of those meetings if they're cold. If you have a warmer meeting like a referral or something like that, you should be able to close way more than that. But just in general, for every 10 meetings that you take, you should be able to pick up one good customer by the end of the deal. You know, that's a pretty good expectation of how to get it off the ground. So just to recap, step one is create the brand for yourself that is yours and that is going to represent and come through on your website and your presentations and your pricing packages and all that. Step two is develop the core product offering that you want to actually develop. I recommend starting with just website development, search ads, and display ads. If you don't want to do web development, because that's a whole nother sort of, it's almost a different business in itself, and digital marketing can be tough. Then just do display ads and search ads, right? Those are really great product offerings to start with to get your feet wet. Then once you create your product offerings, create presentations for each one of those products. Once you create those presentations, right, then try and get meetings with prospects to sell those presentations, right? So once you get those meetings, you sell them, pick up the client, they say, yeah, all right, we'll give it a shot. I'll spend $1,500 a month on AdWords. I want to give it a shot anyways, yada, yada. They sign a contract and you're off to the races. You got your first client, all right? Then you need to actually manage that account. I can help, I can cast some vision on how to actually manage that account. But once again, this video is sort of going after the individuals that have a basic understanding of this stuff already. I'm not trying to speak to the person that is trying to figure out if they should own a digital marketing agency. I'm more so saying, hey, look, here's your first couple steps, right? So thanks for your time. This is going to be the first video of many on just sort of how to become a digital marketing consultant expert and help your agency grow. So like and comment. I'll try and get to each of the comments if I can. Don't forget to subscribe if you want to see the content. So thanks for your time, guys, and have a great